Hi guys. I'm kind of back. Kind of. I've been lazy, but also working and going to school. I also dyed my hair red. I'm still getting used to looking at the camera instead of right here. So I'm gonna do a story time about a toxic friend. Can't even talk. While I'm doing my makeup, I don't really wear makeup. I'm just doing my everyday makeup what I do, like if I get ready for work or school, because I don't really wear makeup. For that matter, I pretty much just wear mascara. But I get to talk about this. So, I actually wanted to get out of my chest because, yes, I moved on. I don't talk about it anymore. But it still hits, like, it still brings back memories I had. So, I'll link all the makeup that we'll be using. I'll link it down below. Yeah. So this happened. Hmm, this happened when I graduated from high school, so I was in college. But I met this person in high school, and I used to hang out with pretty much like the weirdos. I was a marching band too, so then I was basically known as the band geek, band nerd. So this was like my high school was very diverse. I wasn't used to that. My middle school was less diversity. So now, like in high school, I was fresh meat because I didn't really know anyone. Um, Plus, it looked like a big high school. So, or it's a big high school, but in my mind, I feel like the tiny little person. So I was saying I hanged out with the nerds, mostly emo, like quiet kids. I was basically hanging out with those people. I'm nothing against that. That's how I was. So I didn't really get to meet this person until let's see, sophomore year. Um, I used to hang out with these sisters. They're not twins. They're just sisters. One was my year and one was in her year, and we used to hang out together in that group. And sorry, I'm trying to get my eyebrows. And um, yeah, she was known to be quiet. Um, we pretty much didn't hang as much in high school. I did at one point. I did skip class to hang out with her sister, and I got caught. So luckily, my math teacher was pretty chill about it. Um, so I didn't really fully meet her. We hung out one time at the mall, and it was us, a bunch of group, but I was also hanging out with the sisters, and she was doing some other stuff. I'm gonna use a mirror because I can't see from this far. So yeah, she was very shy. Didn't really get to talk to her much until I graduated high school. And when I was younger, or I mean now, I'm a very nice person, so it's always a hard thing to me to say no. Um, and that used to screw me over in high school because a lot of people took advantage of that. That I was very sweet and I was very nice about it, so I would let things slide. And so I wouldn't say anything. I was just like, okay, it's fine. And I'm still like that. There's times like my best friend has to be like, no, they can't do this. Like, they shouldn't do this. So I think for her that, because usually I don't see it until someone does actually see it. So yeah, so in high school, and then I was in college, and I hated college. um, I did a career that I didn't really like in that time. I did it for my parents, but then my dad saw me struggle and he was just like, you know what, do whatever you want, don't focus on that career. um by the way, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not a pro. This is just how I do my makeup. um I'm not perfect, so yeah. So we started talking when I was in college, and at the time I was hanging out with another friend that we lost touch, and pretty much I was just hanging out with my best friend Bridget and my other friends, and we I pretty much hanged out with her the most, Bridget, because she lives like 2 minutes away from each other. And yeah, so I hanged out with her the most. And I don't know where this friend, she wants to hang out and stuff. And I don't mind, like, more friends and more, like, like more friends to me and stuff. Or to touch again. Or keep in touch, my bad. So we started hanging out a couple times. It was cool, like, nothing really out of the, it was just like normal, like friends catching up and stuff. Like her work, and she's trying to go back to school and stuff like that. And yeah, it was okay. It wasn't too pushy, and there was times where I started having low energy of hanging out with this person, and I don't know if it was because I was working so much or I was tired, because I was basically working during the summer, like full-time summer. And then I don't know, it's for me, I still feel weird talking about it because it still hits, because I never want to find someone like that ever again, but we tend to find people like that. But we hang out a couple of times, and there was a day where I brought my friend with me, and on the text message, they were happy, oh, we can hang out together, and then my best friend kind of left, felt left out, and I just didn't want her to feel like that and stuff. And I really hate talking about, because I'm not that kind of person, but she really did hurt me in that sense. So Jesus, I don't know how to say. I had to cut it for a second because I have a limit of storage for my phone. And I just put like a creamy eyeshadow because I don't feel like wearing makeup. Plus, I'm not going anywhere. I have my PJs. So we hang out a couple times, and I noticed that she was starting to call me out on some things, like my attitude, and that I switch off. And I'm sorry if I sound so blunt, or yes, I have an attitude. I can't really. I mean, I can control it, but that's just how I react, and that's how I talk. And it sounds like I'm giving an attitude, and I'm really sorry for anyone who thinks like that. And I'm just an honest person. Like, I'm brutally honest. Like, I actually be like, hey, that's actually not okay to do that. So for me, and sometimes I stay quiet, which sucks because no me quiero quedar callada y bonita and just not say anything. And for me, there's times where I can't tell the person until I actually want to, like, bring them aside and be like, hey, I actually don't like the way you're talking to me. It makes me feel weird. Yeah, and so I just don't want to be, like, problematic or making a big scene or anything like that. So she was calling out on some stuff where I didn't have enough money, and it's true because most of the time was money to pay books and my schoolwork, and I just didn't have money to spend $100 on something. I just didn't have that kind of money for it, even though I bought like jeans at Torian. but but that's just a different thing. But yeah, so I just didn't have that money to just lose it all in a day. And yeah, I just felt like I was being like, there was times where she would text me and be like, I don't want to feel burdened. I'm like, well, you're not making me like, you're not a burden, you're not stuff. I'm gonna bleep that. Why? So yeah, it's just, you're not making me like, there's no point of feeling a burden. There's no like, I don't know what to say because for me it's like, why I feel that way, but I guess every person's different. So, and that, she would just call me on that. She would call me that I don't have money for stuff, and she tells me like, oh, everything's expensive. And I'm like, dude, I shop like at Goodwill, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, like Walmart, like online, because even sometimes online is cheaper sometimes. Especially being a plus size, it's kind of hard to find clothes that fit you well. And yeah, it's hard to find things that you like. So yeah, so she'll call me on that. She'll call on my attitude, and my best friend calls me out for messing up sometimes, and I'll fix myself. And yes, I feel guilty sometimes. I feel guilty, not sometimes. I feel guilty. I want to fix it. I want to change it. I want to, say sorry for the things I said. And for me, like, I'm okay if you call me out because I'm gonna fix myself. I'm gonna fix it. So, she'll call me out, and then the next day it's like nothing really happened, and I don't like that. Like, I tried different times to talk to this person. It just feels like it goes in one ear and then the other, and I feel like I'm not being heard. So I kind of pretty much like, I tried different things. Even like my closest friends, my best friend will tell me like, hey, you should do this and this. And yeah, so it's just, it's a lot. Because I mean, obviously I moved on from it, but it still hurts, you know. So the things that made me angry is that my friends were planning something. They were planning something, and I wasn't part of it. They were actually planning it. I had no part of their plans and stuff. But two of my best friends asked me, or my friends asked me, like, if I want to join with them, and I was like, yeah, that's sure. I mean, that's fine. Sorry, that's sure. That's fine. Like, I'll help out, even though I was like broke. But I helped out and stuff. And my lashes. Sorry, I get really scared when I do lashes. And I did like a video, like a cute picture, and sadly our other friend was working, so she couldn't come with us. And so I post something, and she texts me saying, how come we can't do that? And I was just like, the tone of the text, I don't want to, like, I know people are going to be like, you're making it up, but my close friends know the messages, like, they seen the messages, and I don't want to show it because, like I said, I'm not that kind of person. Sorry, my brother came to the bathroom, so he went to the bathroom. So Yeah, so she texts me this. I don't even remember if I texted back. Oh, I think I said it was like they planned it, Um, they just invited me. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner. If I don't mess up. I'm just gonna leave it like that because I don't want to mess it up. So, yeah, so it kind of hurt because I wasn't a part of that, but. Ooh, I almost dropped my eyeliner. I'm gonna add a little bit of shimmer to my eyes. Um, yeah, so that was the other thing, and that kind of hurt because it's like, well, it's. I was like, we can do it. You can ask, like, we can do like something, and I was like, you can just ask. It's not gonna bother me. And I was like, at the time, I didn't really have money, so I felt guilty. Um, because my best friend had to do had to take out money and stuff or help me more, and I felt guilty that she had to help me out. Um, but that passed and stuff, so I let it. I was just like, I kind of got really annoyed. I was just like, and I started like backing away, and I started like backing up slowly. I'll be like, oh, I'm actually busy. I have to work, or I had other things. I wasn't posting anything on my social media because I knew she was looking at it. I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but so yeah, so I slowly back off. Like, I don't do that stuff, but yeah, anyway, so slowly back off and stuff. And my friends they're like, if she's giving you so much low energy, she's making you feel bad, feel guilty, there's no point in being a friend with her. So I started slowly just backing off. And then I did this post on Facebook, and it was saying like, what's your memory about me, like just like one memory. And I just, I get stuff from my coworkers and stuff, and then she texts, well, we don't really have any. And I was just like, my family sees this, my family in Mexico sees this, and they're gonna tell me, and they're gonna be like, that's not a good friend. Like, why is she doing that? Why is she talking crap? Like, ¿qué es esa muchacha? ¿Por qué te va a dejar eso? Like, and I just, like, I got really angry to the point that I deleted her comment. And, like, I remember, I think it was my friend Bridget, my best friend Bridget. She's like, did you see what she commented? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm too busy to looking on my social media. Because I'm not in social media as much anymore. Because I just want to take a break from everything. But I still look. I still, look of how I missed out on, like, what my friends are doing. And I sent her a text, like, I was really angry, and I was like, my family sees that. Like, if you have a problem with me, which we had talks, I literally was like, do you want to go and walk at the park and talk? And I kept doing that. I was like, do you want to go here and talk about this? And I kept making talks. I'm getting angry. I was talking, I was like, we can have talks, like, we can, whatever. I'm not getting emotional. It's just, I'm tired. But, we were have these talks, and for some reason the next day she forgets. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I'll just move on. And, how I say this? So I get angry at her in the text. And I was like, you should have talked to me about this. Like, if you had a problem with me, talk about it. Do not be afraid to say something. I was so angry in that text message that I just, like, so you can't do this to me anymore. Like, I let you slide on many things, and I'm pretty much done. Like, I can't be friends with you. You make me have low energy. You make me feel bad. And I just didn't like that stuff. And I was just like, I can't take it anymore. Like, I just can't. And not even, like, 3 weeks, she texts me, It says, "Oh, do you want to hang out?" And I'm like, "Didn't you get the text?" I'm still mad at you. I can't let it go. I don't care if you say I'm sorry. It's the actions of a person that's gonna hurt me more. And I just, I basically, I couldn't, like, I was like, dude, I don't look like, I'm not even ready to hang out with you. Because I don't even know if I trust you. So she just said, like, oh, I guess my apology wasn't enough. And I was just like, so that's it. I mean, I just didn't respond anymore. Like, I just left that text. I didn't even answer it. I took her off my social media. Um, I found out later she was, like, liking my pictures, and maybe she just likes them or something, or trying to get my attention. I don't really care anymore. I kind of just moved on. I don't really. I'm just like, why are you liking my pictures? But, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Yeah, it's just a lot. I never had well, I mean, I had friends like that, but obviously I saw the red flags at that point. Um, but with this one, because I was so nice, I couldn't just do him. I just stood there, and stuff. Anyway, this is my makeup look. Sucks because the lighting outside is already going. Oy. Oh, but yeah, that's my makeup that I do pretty much every day. I don't really do anything to it, but yeah. Anyway, that's just my story. But thank you for listening, and hopefully I get back on this this YouTube media all over again. Because I suck on being on social media and keeping updating stuff. So, yeah. Bye.